Hello and welcome to the On Pointless podcast. I'm your host Curt, and today we'll be asking our guests some more hypothetical situations to figure out exactly how they think about the world. To start with, I'm going to ask you, Stefan, if you were going on a road trip from Victoria, BC to Tallahassee, Florida, and you only had one album to listen to, what album would you go with?
I think I would go with Canadian classic Big Shiny Tunes 2.
Specifically Big Shiny Tunes 2?
But it's the best one, so yeah.
Fair enough. Chara?
I would go with Bastille's All This Bad Blood.
And Alex?
I go with Tallahassee by the Mountain Goats, simply because of the name. It's not their best album.
But I guess it makes sense. It is on theme. And me personally, I'd probably go with the Alexander Hamilton musical just because it's like 3 hours, so get a lot of play out of that.
That's against the spirit of the question, I feel.
Well, it's an album, isn't it?
You're the one who chose a mix CD, pretty much.
All right.
The first hypothetical situation. Every time you get a haircut, you have the option for your barber to flip a coin. Heads, it's the best haircut of your life. Tails, it's the worst haircut of your life. How often do you get the barber to flip the coin?
I have an immediate question. Is it the worst haircut I've ever gotten in my life, as in it matches a haircut I've already had, or it's the worst haircut I could possibly imagine?
It's the worst haircut of your life. So whatever the worst haircut is, this one is now worse than that. And if you get him to flip it a further time, like on a future haircut, it's now worse than that one was. So it does stack.
Oh my gosh, because do you remember that time I cut my own hair? I was about 16 years old, and I didn't even use a mirror to do the back. Quite frankly, I thought it looked pretty good from the front.
Yeah, see, this is going to be all over your head. So the question is, would you ever get him to flip the coin? Because you could get the best haircut of your life, where you're going to look amazing.
That's
Is your
true.
hair just growing naturally after that?
Yep, your hair's growing naturally. It's just a haircut. It doesn't change the way your hair grows.
I
It's
haven't
just...
had a bad haircut yet. Does that mean that it'll just be like my somewhat not the best haircut and it's just going to get progressively worse?
Yep, exactly. It'll just get progressively worse. Whereas if you've had good haircuts, then the odds are in your favor to flip it and get, like, really good haircuts. But after a while, that progression to negative bad haircuts is just going to be so bad that it'll be like shaved head 3/4 of the way with just patches of scruff.
Yeah, but you have a 50-50 chance every time. You could have good haircut every time you go.
You could, but
It doesn't
you're...
stack.
There's a big risk here, especially for someone with an actual job. Being presentable is important if you're a productive member of society.
I do get a lot of time to talk about my hair with everyone who comes in. Like, oh, did you get your hair done? So I get a lot of compliments when it's nice.
All right, that's some more for your master of the small conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would just flip it every time, I think. Every haircut's pretty bad for me, so...
Just let
Worst case, you just shave it.
Yeah, and you just let the universe decide whether it's like, you know what, I'm either going to have fantastic hair or terrible hair.
Yeah, it evens out in the end.
Yeah, it does even out. And I mean, at least your haircuts are always going to be a conversation piece at that point, and that's kind of the most you can hope for from a
So
haircut.
you pretty much just like you flip the coin, hope for the best, and if he gives you the worst haircut, you just kind of shave it off, buzz it all off, and you restart.
No, you can't restart.
You can't fix your own hair after?
No, you have... I'm going to say you're not allowed to get another haircut for 2 months.
Can you cut your own hair? Can you just shave it off?
No. You're going to have to leave that haircut for 2 months.
I'd still do it.
Here's a scenario. You're a new actor. You want to get in the game. You need some excellent headshots. You just flip the coin until you look amazing. Boom, you're a star.
It's all it takes, right? Just some hair?
That's what TV's led me to believe. Headshots are integral to anyone's success. If I was my brother, I would never take this challenge.
Yeah, your brother shaved like half of his head at one point.
And half
That's
his
true,
beard on
but
the
that
other
wouldn't
side.
even be the haircut he would receive.
Yeah, that's true. He'd get something worse than that.
Yeah, and he only had that haircut for like 6 hours to get his photo done.
That's true, but hey, any time you have a bad haircut counts.
Yep.
It's like a monkey's paw kind of scenario.
Oh, I would have no bangs. I just remembered in high school someone cut my hair with my bangs extra short. Oh no.
There
You
you
get
go.
tails, that's the best you could hope for, and it would be worse than that.
We're assuming that tails means bad, and
Yeah.
heads doesn't mean bad?
Well, heads
What are you
means
talking
good
about?
because your hair's
Tails
on your
never
head.
fails.
Well, in this case, tails is the bad one. Because you're turning
You get a
tails.
rat
You make a
tail.
strong point.
Ooh.
What about all the stages of your head as you're getting your hair cut?
No,
Do
it's...
those count? 'Cause
No,
one
it's-
time I had a really long mullet when I grew my hair out. I made them pause and take a picture of me with a really long mullet so I could terrorize my wife with it.
No, it's only the finishing.
Because they paused, though. Does that lock in as one of my past haircuts?
It's only the finishing stage of the haircut. It's once the hair is being swept off the floor.
Wait, you say 2 months?
So if you're a really
2 months,
lazy
you can't-
barber, you
about
can
this a
go
lot.
back like 5 minutes later after you walk outside and be like, you know what, I'm not happy with this. Go back in. They haven't swept it away, so it doesn't count.
If he hasn't swept the hair, then no, that haircut's not over yet.
That's barbershop code right there.
Exactly. That's how you define
Get
when a
in,
haircut's
sweep.
over.
I'm getting back in the chair.
Yep. Don't sleep on sweeping. Okay, so would you ever flip the coin, Stefan?
In my youth, perhaps. But not anymore. Heck, I'd do it.
Chara, would you flip the coin?
Oh, yeah. It'll grow.
Alex, would you flip the coin?
Every time.
I personally would flip the coin every time unless I had a wedding to go to in the next month or so, because I don't necessarily want to take that risk. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'd be the top
I don't
of
know,
the
you don't
wedding.
have a lot to lose. You've always just gone pretty straightforward. Buzz cut.
When I was a kid, I cut all the hair except for I left one long patch in the middle, and I dyed it blue and spiked it up. It was pretty cool. It's like a unicorn.
See, so now you're guaranteed
Wow.
to be worse than that.
Yeah, exactly, which you can't. So I win.
Fair enough. Well, surprisingly, we will all flip the coin at some point in our lives. And some of us every single time. Okay, on to our next question. This is a very, very simple question. You can remove spiders or wasps from the world without any repercussions. Which do you get rid of?
Oh, I hate both. I think wasps, because they come at you to annoy you, while spiders will just scare you and hang you out. So you can ignore spiders, although I'm more scared of them. But wasps, they come up and bother you, and you can never have something sweet outside.
Yeah, I mean, spiders provide us with a good deal of our protein source. I mean, we eat 7 of them a year, right? And so then you'd be malnutrition.
Is that stat
Malnourished.
real?
I mean,
It's definitely real. I've heard it's real. It's real.
Yeah,
But they said there's no negative repercussions, so you would still have that
That's
spider
true. You
protein.
still get the spider
Do you
protein.
Okay, when I'm saying negative repercussions, I'm talking about
like the ecosystem collapsing.
ecosystem and bugs and
What about everyone who had a pet tarantula? You are robbing them of that pet. If you
Yeah, but that's
choose
an
to
awful pet,
eliminate
probably.
all spiders. How dare you? You're alienating a good 0.008% of our audience when you say that. Actually, probably less than that.
Yeah, it's probably
in
way
grade
less than
3
that.
we had grade 2 we had a pet tarantula. I don't remember the name. There's also a pet gecko. No, iguana. No,
It
gecko.
seems like they were bad pets because
They
you
were
can't
bad
remember what they were.
Yeah, no.
Did they
They were in an aquarium across the room. I was scared of spiders. I would not be in the same half of the room as those.
Did they ever fight each other?
No, separate containers.
That's smart.
I wonder if they would fight. You think a gecko would beat a tarantula in a
I
fight?
imagine
No.
lizards as eating insects.
I would think so too.
Just
but tarantulas,
unilaterally.
the
But I-
tarantulas are pretty big.
I think the tarantula would beat like a little gecko.
I think so too.
You get like a
Probably.
kimono dragon or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, well that
No,
would.
but
that
yeah,
would
we're
be-
talking about like a little like.
I don't know.
Yeah, the gecko's gonna
Little-
lose
little
unless it
geckos.
That's
hides.
true. They're little and cute. I've never seen a tarantula with sponsorship deals like that. Geico.
Do tarantulas have fangs?
Do they? Or
I think
there's
all spiders have fangs.
But they don't have
Yeah.
poison, so
Which is
like
why I would remove the spiders.
So you would
spiders
remove the
have to
spider.
go. Spiders, they live in your house and they surprise you when you're at your most
yeah,
vulnerable.
but wasps sting you.
Yeah, but they don't.
You're just minding your own business, and then suddenly wasp.
Sometimes they enter your house, but not very often. That's usually on you when a wasp enters your house.
but
But I can enjoy my deck because there's so many wasps around.
Can we remove wasps in the summertime and spiders in the wintertime?
no.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
No.
Because spiders only are bothersome in the winter when they come into your house.
Exactly. Like, I got scared by one the other day. I went to go to bed and there was like a massive one on my bed, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to go on the couch for a bit. But I'd get rid of wasps.
Yeah, see, I'd get rid of wasps, and then it would open up a whole new world of eating where I would actually eat outdoors, because I hate eating outdoors. The way I look at it, too, I can't remember a bad spider bite I've ever had, but I've had wasp stings. So even though spiders can scare you and they're around more often, they have less of a negative impact than a wasp actually does on me.
I got stung
You're
on like
right.
the Adam's apple
You're right.
once as a kid by a wasp. That was bad.
That sounds bad.
I think you would be saving a lot of lives, though, if you chose spider. I think it would be irresponsible to not choose spider.
Well, that's why I'm saying there's no repercussions, so I'm going to take away global repercussions, because clearly spiders kill more people than
Usually
wasps.
repercussions are considered like a negative thing.
If you're allergic to bee stings, are you allergic to wasp stings?
I don't know.
That was some good silence. None of us know.
We're all thinking.
No one has any biological knowledge in this.
I'm just wondering,
This
just
group
because,
of people.
like, do you think bees kill more people than spiders in North America?
We just don't care about the rest of the world with this question.
Well, because I think in the rest of the world there's more poisonous spiders, whereas in North America there's not as many Like in Australia,
Just as an
clearly
aside.
more spiders kill wasps in Australia.
Then
Spiders kill more wasps,
spiders?
or spiders kill more people than wasps?
Those Australian
Spiders.
wasp-eating
Australian.
spiders.
Spiders kill more
Spiders.
people in Australia than wasps kill people in Australia.
And wait a minute, isn't wasp just a small subset of insects? Like, there would still be a lot of annoying flying insects.
Well, we
I'm
did
gonna-
say all flying insects, but we're saying like the bumblebees are fine because they're not there. Ooh, hornets.
Yeah, but like...
I'm
are
gonna-
Hornets
hornets
and
still
wasps,
there?
the annoying ones.
I'm going to incorporate wasps with hornets and all of the bad ones, but
How about
bees are going to stay around
that's
because
flying that can sting you?
anything that stings you. Bumblebees don't sting you, so bumblebees can keep around. I mean, they're a nice thing in the
It
garden.
can sting you.
Yeah, but
they
it's the
don't.
end of their life.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're less
I'll grant
likely.
them that.
Compared to wasps and hornets, they'll come at you. They just like, come at me, bro.
Well, I've seen Bee Movie, but I haven't seen Spider Movie. I don't know.
But you've seen Spider-Man.
Would this eliminate Spider-Man?
Yeah, because the radioactive spider would not have bit him.
So it's
Wait, wait.
retroactive.
Wait,
It's
wait.
retroactive?
We remove all previous spider repercussions, too? What would happen? It would be a whole new world.
Well, there's no...
The Allies lose World War II.
Is that what it is? Just because of the spiders being gone?
It could be. Or the wasps were gone and they would have killed someone that needed to die.
See, now that's talking about with repercussions, so that's a whole different question that way. Maybe we should
Jeez.
tone it back to current times. As of tomorrow, they just disappear.
Okay. Then you really are ruining a lot of people's days by removing their pet tarantula.
So you're saying you would get rid of wasps?
Wait.
No.
Okay.
I have a phobia of wasps, and I'm still considering getting rid of spiders.
I have a phobia of spiders, but wasps are more annoying. They're aggressive against you.
I don't have a phobia of either, so my rational decision to get rid of wasps must be correct.
Yeah, I'm with Kurt. That way you can eat outside without having to bat them
just-
away.
All right,
Imagine how
I'll
much-
give it a group consensus here. I'm in.
I
Get
just to
rid of all
me,
the wasps.
I look at how much better both a barbecue and a day at the beach is without wasps.
Yeah, I'd get rid of the wasps.
Okay, take that, wasps. You're gone now. On to our next question. So for the first time, Earth has been invited to a galactic summit with inhabitants from a bunch of other planets. As part of the PowerPoint presentation, you have been tasked with coming up with a slogan for Earth. What is it?
Why are we using PowerPoint?
Well, because it's PowerPoint. Here's a question. If Earth was at an intergalactic or galactic summit, whichever one, do you think we'd have a different slideshow presentation style?
I would hope they'd be like, hey, well, we're on to whatever system they're on that's better than PowerPoint.
I would think we want to put our best foot forward and not use PowerPoint.
Yeah.
How about a slideshow presentation? Don't brand it to PowerPoint because they have sucky transitions.
Star swipe.
This is very slanderous to PowerPoint. We've gotten off from a bad foot for those guys immediately.
Uh-oh.
But-
No Microsoft sponsorship coming.
There it's gone. Too bad. Okay, but everyone on Earth has to agree on one thing. And when everyone agrees on one thing, typically it's like the 60% best thing. So I think we would go with PowerPoint as a planet. So beyond the apparatus for the presentation, what is your slogan to define all of Worth?
Worth
Worth on Earth?
on Earth.
Worth.
We're worth. That's my
We're
slogan.
Worth. That's what's going to get us into the galactic summit of
I
planets.
think you probably need to be a little bit more apologetic than that for the things we've done to our own planet, but
Well, but we're at a galactic summit. You think any planet with space travel hasn't done some terrible things?
are we hosting on Earth because we can't make the galactic travel, or do you have to have made galactic travel to enter in the summit?
You have to make galactic travel because that's how they recognize you as a planet. But then they have
man.
they
So
set
this
you up
is
with
like the
docking. and all that.
Federation?
Sounds pretty elitist.
I don't know what the
to be honest.
Federation is.
Star Trek.
I don't know.
They
Star
waited
Trek.
until they had space travel with light years, so then that's when they're like, hey, humans, we are also here.
Okay, I guess. I mean, I view it more like that big room in Star Wars where there's all the different planets and pods, and there's like E.T. is in there, and like all the other weird alien species. But if that's what Star Trek's like too, then yes, like that. See, my first thought of a slogan is Earth, come for the peaches. And I don't know why that is, but I feel like peaches is a great way to put our foot forward with the planet.
It is one of our strongest fruits.
I think so too. I mean,
You
I
can't
also
even eat
I don't
a
know if
peach
it really
now.
represents the whole planet, though.
Yeah.
You know, are peaches a worldwide phenomenon?
They
I don't
come
think
in
a
a
lot of
can.
countries would be down with this.
but they're so nice. I mean,
Earth.
that was just my first thought.
Humans have messed it up. Come help.
But that's so desperate. They're never going to let us in if we're desperate. We have to, like, make ourselves look good, and, like, we don't need them. They need us.
Earth, we have waffles.
Ooh, waffles are pretty universally loved.
Waffles.
Earth, we have waffles, and a picture of a waffle with a peach on top and some whipped cream.
That will be the flag of a unified Earth.
Do you think most aliens are like lactose intolerant?
Yeah, most of the world is.
I mean, even
population
Earth
is-
people are.
These are dairy-free waffles.
Well, the whipped cream can be optional.
Yeah, the whipped cream is clearly optional. I wouldn't put whipped cream on my waffles, but waffles are a good start. I like that. And then the PowerPoint presentation could go into, like, waffles being an acronym for, like, we all...
Follow freedom, life, enforcer, security. We're really bad.
I think we could do better than that.
We all follow freedom, life, enforcer, security. Of course.
I mean, if that was one of their departments and like you had to listen to them, perfect slogan.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but probably not one of their departments.
Freedom, life enforcement, security.
Yeah, I don't know if that's one of their ones. So waffles are a pretty fantastic thing from our planet. Is there anything else that's like...
That's it.
Good from this planet? No.
No,
I don't think
just
so.
waffles.
It's just waffles.
I mean, they're so absorbent of syrup. And, like, they kind of work because you could also have the PowerPoint where you have a big waffle and then, like, inside all of the little grooves, you could put the names of the countries. So every country is, like, represented by a groove and a waffle.
That's a
Wait,
big
Wars
waffle.
broke
So-
out to see who'd get the best grooves in
It's
the waffle.
obviously Belgium.
We're really throwing Belgium forward as a representative of Earth in this.
Well,
They have
that
the
is
best
how the waffle
waffle.
came up in the first place. Belgium won the Great War.
This is the future.
Yeah, this is galactic travel.
Makes sense. I don't know anything about Belgium.
They have chocolate, too.
'Kay.
Not as good as Swiss, apparently, but Belgian chocolates, I heard
Hey,
of
I
those.
trust Roger Federer when it comes to chocolate.
He's
Yeah.
Swiss.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
banking.
That's true.
And
They got
watches.
the best bank, the best chocolate.
The Swiss, see, this, I know a lot about the Swiss. I feel like, I mean, the Swiss are always like the international diplomats, so I feel like we should probably put them forward for this.
Because they're neutral. They just wanted the money from every side.
Yeah, which was a smart tact to take. And they make quality things.
Yeah, who's
Swiss
giving the
Army knives.
presentation? Maybe we should send in Roger Federer. I think we should.
Roger Federer is
We're
going
just
to
going
be...
to conserve him now for when we have intergalactic train.
No, it's,
Okay.
Travel?
it's a
Who says
clone,
we don't have it
obviously.
now?
But what if we started off, okay, you started off with a video, and the video is like Roger Federer playing tennis, and it ends with him swinging his racket, and then his racket turning into a waffle, and then it just says, Earth, come for the waffles.
Well, tennis racket is already very waffle-like.
That's
so
what
I'm
I'm saying.
seeing this.
It just merges into a waffle, and then you got...
And then the ball becomes a pat of butter.
that just like hits the waffle and spreads.
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
There we go.
Yes, we'll be let in for sure.
Okay, so our international PowerPoint presentation starts with a video of Roger Federer playing tennis with a racket turning into a waffle.
And then as that happens, the waiters come out with the waffles
Oh,
on the
damn.
plate, bribe them.
Yeah.
We're in.
Earth,
Wow.
come for the waffles. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're going to get into the international...
International.
Into the galactic...
Intergalactic.
into
Galactic Federation.
into the Intergalactic Federation.
The
of planets.
IGF.
The IGF. I don't know if we're allowed to come up with the acronym, but I'll say it's fair.
That was their acronym.
Okay, so our next question. Keanu Reeves is sitting at a bar, and you have one opportunity to impress him by ordering a specific drink. What do you order to look cool and spark a conversation?
Cream soda.
You just go to the bar and order a cream soda.
Yeah, and when they don't have it, because why would they have cream soda? You can make a fuss. And then he'll be like, oh, wow, you really want cream soda.
So how would you order this cream soda?
One cream soda.
You just walk up and just super casually, one cream soda. What
Yeah.
do you mean you don't have cream soda?
Exactly.
What kind of establishment am I in?
And then as you do that, the bartender will give you a weird look. You kind of just look over at Keanu and be like, kids these days, right?
How old is Keanu Reeves? Like 45? Probably older than that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming the bartender is younger than us.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So cream soda. That might impress him. That would definitely catch him off guard.
Cream soda's my favorite pop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like my specialty. Like, I want a treat pop. Not my everyday pop, but like, man, I love myself have a cream soda.
Like a Jones cream soda? Those were good back in the day. I don't know if I still
What
make
is the
those.
flavor supposed to be?
It's
Doesn't
cream,
taste like
but
cream.
soda.
Tastes like pink.
Tastes like pink. Or
Also-
fancy white ones.
Yeah, the
Clear.
Jones one was clear.
No, I like the pink.
This is the second podcast in a row in which cream soda has come up.
When was there a cream soda last time?
When we were talking about candy canes, we were talking about cream soda
Nope.
flavored candy canes.
Cotton candy. Was it cream soda he's talking about?
I believe cream
Was that
soda.
me again?
I believe
Yeah.
cream soda came
Apparently,
up.
I really like cream soda. I couldn't.
Yeah, everyone here loves cream soda.
It
Yeah,
is
you brought it up
good.
2 weeks in a row. Chara, what drink would you order?
I can't think I can beat a cream soda.
You can definitely beat a cream
Yeah,
soda.
it's a low bar.
I would like something you do not serve.
That's
don't
my
know.
tack. I would make eye contact with the bartender, give him a big wink, and say, I'll take a point break.
Yeah.
Or the Point Break. But
And,
then,
and then I would look over and be like, oh, hey, Keanu, I didn't see you there. I'm just ordering my favorite drink. And then, it'll come out.
You'll drink
I'll
whatever
have to
it
kind
is.
of decipher what it is at the moment when I taste it.
I imagine it'd have to be blue to look like a wave.
To be honest, if I did that at an actual bar, I probably wouldn't end up getting any drink at all.
Well, but-
I just get a weird stare and
if you order... See, to me, I've
Get
got
outta
two
here.
concerns about that. Is one, you order it, and he goes, what a nerd. I want to stay away from this guy, like, trying to be all super fanny.
Keanu wouldn't be like that.
Yeah, he probably
He's a cool
would.
dude.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's pretty down to earth.
But if he is
He's
down
good
to
to eat.
if he is down to earth, he'd be really interested. So before it was even served to you, because it takes a little while for a drink to get made, he'd probably turn to you and go, "What's in that?" And now you're on the spot.
Ooh, I'm on the spot. I would probably say something cool that I thought of right then and there. I would say, it's 3 shots in the air.
Oh my god, I love that part.
It's 3 shots in the air. That's pretty
And he
good.
would be like, what kind of shots? And I'd be like, bye.
See, I have no interest in meeting anybody.
You don't want to meet Keanu Reeves?
No,
I
he
don't-
doesn't want to meet anybody.
No one.
No.
Not even the one?
No, but
I
he's
don't
on
wanna
his
meet
personal
no
time.
one.
He doesn't want anyone to interfere with him. I respect his privacy.
Hmm.
So I'm not trying to go and look cool. I'm going to go up and drink whatever I want, which would be, can I have some beer?
Therefore, looking extremely cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's-
I don't want to talk with him.
That's probably the best option. You're not a tryhard in this scenario.
Yeah.
Being Keanu Reeves, would he be in a bar that you're going to be in if he didn't want to talk to people? Because he's probably got some private bar he could go to if he didn't want to see any normals.
That's
Maybe
true.
he thinks he's incognito. He's just trying to live his life.
He's just got...
I kind of agree with Alex, though. Like, this is Keanu Reeves. Like, I think John Wick is based on a true story, and he's probably in that cool John Wick bar where it's like no one can fight each other and they're all assassins. I don't remember
Why
what he
would I
ordered.
be in that part?
You're an assassin.
I'm an assassin now?
Yeah, now you're an
Oh.
international assassin.
If I'm an international assassin, then it's obviously a vodka martini.
Ooh, a vodka martini.
I don't like vodka or martinis, but I'm an international assassin. I have to be really cool.
That makes sense. You'd have to. See, my thought on this is I think a Moscow Mule has always sounded really cool. And it gets served in a copper mug.
A Moscow Mule?
Yeah, Moscow Mules are really good. Yeah, they're ginger beer,
Beer.
vodka, and is it mint or lime? I think it's
Lime.
mint. It's a
lime.
lime? Okay.
Yeah, because
And-
it's like a dark and stormy, but vodka instead of dark rum.
Yeah, so it's like a spicy ginger beer and vodka. And then they serve it to you in a copper mug.
They're
And
supposed
it
to.
sounds cool because it's a Moscow Mule. So it's a good drink, but
A
it's
Moscow
also...
Mule. That
Yeah.
sounds cool to you?
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound that
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay, if someone walked up to you and said, a Denmark donkey, and you're like, no, I'll take a Moscow Mule.
I'd rather
Actually,
a Denmark
like
donkey.
Denmark donkey better, yeah.
Yeah.
Denmark donkey? Okay, I guess I
Well,
just
my
invented
mixed
a new
drinks of
drink.
choice is the dark and stormy, which is kind of like Point Break.
There you
except
go.
cooler, and the barkeeper would know
A
what
dark
it
and
is.
50-year stormy.
Okay. Well, I think Chara probably won him over at first when she just didn't care, but then she tried too hard. So I think none of us have gained his attention.
I never tried any hard.
On to our stupidest question of the week. What letter has the worst transition from uppercase to lowercase?
I think my answer is D.
D?
Because, like, if you look at a B, a lowercase b, and then the uppercase B, they just add a circle. But a D is
That's
just
right,
a
you gotta
backwards
flip
B.
it
But
and
instead of
extend.
just having another circle on it go in the other direction, it's just a big D.
Yeah, D to
I don't
back.
like it.
Yeah, that's when
I've
you-
never thought of it before, but I don't
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, you're trying to write an uppercase D, and then you realize you have to do lowercase. Then suddenly it's like, oh no, you have to go into the back.
Well, there's no switch in that. Like, see, the one I was thinking immediately was A, because I don't like how A goes from like a straight line rigid letter to a curved letter as much as it does. But I do see where you're coming from with D. D just...
Because you go one way, and then suddenly like, no, you have to go the other way.
Are there any other letters that change their orientation? Because D goes with the line and everything going to the right, and then it switches to the left.
G? You're
G's
kind of
messed
going
up.
like this, but then you're going... That one's kind of open this way versus being like that.
Yeah, G a little bit. G's more of a looping letter, but you're right. G switches sides.
She's a trash letter.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
It's silent all the time.
Oh, gosh.
Can't spell garbage without it.
I think H is the best one.
H?
H.
H is a pretty good one.
Because it's just, you just go up. And then it's like, it's just a really sloppy H.
Yep. H is not bad. Because R does a similar thing, too. Where R, you just have to, like, add a big loop around, and then you have a capital R.
All the letters that just get bigger are lazy.
Yeah, like C, O,
But the problem is
N.
you can't really pick any of those because there's so many of them that are the same.
Yeah,
W.
Z's pretty good.
You say Z or Z?
I said Z because you said Z, and I just want to do the other one. You know, so that we could hit all the
we got to get all the demos.
The demographics, that's the word I was looking for.
I just kind of like T. Because T just moves the line from the top to the middle.
Yeah, it's like doing like a... What's that?
Bench
I've never
press?
been to a
Bench
gym.
press?
A bench press.
Yeah.
Little T did a bench press.
Well, because
T
T is literally like lower and then upper, which is like the lower cross and then the higher cross. So I like T.
T's pretty solid. I like S. It's
S
like
is just
snake.
yeah, but it's, again, a lazy letter.
It's
where
just
it's
bigger.
just smaller.
How dare you? S is a great letter.
Well, R actually, like, kind of changes shape. Q changes shape.
You gotta
G
have a
kinda
little
changes shape.
finesse to draw a good S, though. And it rhymes.
I like when you, like, do cursive J, lower, uppercase.
I'm not talking about cursive here. Cursive S is trash.
Yes,
Man, I have
cursive
strong
S.
feelings about the alphabet.
Yeah.
Cursive S, cursive R.
Cursive R's are bad. Cursive D
R
is
at
the
least
best one.
looks kind of like a capital R in a non-cursive.
No, lowercase cursive R looks like an N, and then Kurt's name looks very silly.
Yes, my name looks bad in cursive if you're not very careful. Okay, so we're saying it's probably either a G or a D. Those seem to be the two that we settled on.
T or D.
D.
Yeah,
I'm going with
I'm
D.
in Camp D.
Because it's just, like, so different from each other that it's annoying.
I'll agree. Camp D. D has the worst transition from upper to lowercase. On to our last question of the night. The world has gone completely packageless for all food items. All current food is still available, but you have to buy it by scooping it out of bulk bins. What is the grossest food to buy?
Yogurt.
Bulk yogurt.
I'm pretty sure my wife would buy bulk yogurt.
Just like a big scoop and...
Sure.
I was thinking like canned tuna.
Ooh, that would smell.
It'd just be a big bin of tuna.
Yeah, that would be gross.
Yeah.
There are a lot of foods that are gross that are in packaging, though, based on the fact that they're gross things. Like, you can go to the grocery store and buy, like, ooh, a nice tub of blood.
What?
Pig's blood.
You can
Why
buy
not?
blood. That's a lot grosser than yogurt.
Yeah, but that's a weird place to take a food item to. It's blood.
You asked?
Yeah, I mean, any form of meat product, too. Just like bulk steaks. Like, even though steaks
Yeah,
are fine.
bulk ground beef.
Would it be
Oh.
a scoop or would it be like a spatula type thing for the beef, for steaks?
Probably be like tongs.
Tongs? Okay.
But they've been
Steak
sitting in
is
that bin all
fine.
day.
Steaks are fine. Ground meat.
Yeah, with a scoop.
With a scoop.
Are the bins refrigerated if necessary?
Yeah, they're
like,
enough
what's
to
the-
keep the food safe.
What's the cleanliness? Is it just like a bulk barn downtown where everyone and
Yeah.
anyone can stick their hands in it?
It is...
Can you
So
buy
there's-
by the barrel?
No,
Just
you
buy
have
a
to
whole
buy
barrel.
it from the bins, and the bins are kept like a bulk food section in a grocery store. So, like, you see someone walking down the aisles, like, eating a sample of something.
Can
like,
you pull a tab and have it, like, come out the bottom? Like,
No.
can you do a little, like,
All
cone
has
of
to be scooped?
beef?
It is not the spout version. It is the, like, flat plastic bins that you're scooping version.
The most annoying thing would be like
Scooping
something
bins.
like molasses or honey.
Oh, molasses. You know, it's funny. I actually ran a bulk food section in a grocery store for a while, and pitted dates and pitted prunes were disgusting.
Yeah, they get
Those
stuck
might
together.
actually still just be the worst.
Worse than blood.
Blood's not a food item.
But
Yeah.
also,
Not a
and
food
Yeah,
item.
where do you get? You have to go to like a
You have
specialty
never been
blooder.
to Desperate Times, my friend. Neither have I.
Is Desperate Times a grocery store or a life situation?
I think you'd have to go to specific to like a specialty
both.
butcher.
I don't know. I've seen it at the grocery store.
Ooh, something like gefilte fish. I've never had it, but it looks really gross in the
Ugh,
jars.
Oh, you know what would be the worst thing? You know that,
Pickled
like...
eggs.
Pickled eggs would be
They
bad.
smell so bad.
I was thinking, you know that
Right
Norwegian
on.
fish that, like,
So
when you
strong.
open it, it, like, destroys a room?
It's that rotten shark, right?
Something like that.
That's Icelandic or Finnish?
Is it Icelandic?
Is the rotten fat
Okay.
fishes?
or there's that fruit that's really smelly.
Oh, durians.
Durians, right?
I bought my dad a durian for his birthday one time.
Yeah.
Ooh, worst gift we ever got him.
Did he enjoy it at least?
Cleared out the kitchen. I think my brother and I enjoyed it a little bit more than he did, but He was into it.
They
Let's
don't.
give weird birthday gifts because he also got a habanero giant
Yeah,
bear.
a ghost
bear.
pepper,
Ghost
gummy
pepper
bear.
gummy bear. Ugh.
which I still have part of.
That must have been good.
Yeah,
Like half a bite at a time.
it's just waiting for the unsuspecting recipient.
I'm at work. My boss was like, "Here, you want to taste this?" I was like, "Oh, what's this?" He wouldn't tell me until I ate it. I don't know what
That's
it
the
was.
oldest trick in the book.
That's never a situation where you should eat whatever.
No.
thing
Yeah,
is.
but we
okay.
have lots of food, so he's just like, "Yeah, try this. It's something you were making," and it was just a salty thing, and I just spat it on the counter. It was great.
That's a soundbite.
The durians would be really hard to scoop out of a bin.
Well, my thought was, because
You
don't
might
they
have-
smell once they open?
They smell once they're ripe.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking the scoop would like be enough to open it and let the smell out,
Just
and then
punch
No.
Well,
In
you
fact,
just
they're
you'd have
very
to buy
hard
a
and
whole
spiky.
durian. It's like an apple. You just buy the whole thing. You can't just like get a slice.
why don't you scoop apples?
How would you
Because
scoop
you
an
grab
apple?
them with your hands.
Yeah, but if you had a big enough scoop, then you could only do one scoop, and you get like 4 of them. That's all you need.
But you always
That's
pick
true.
out the apples when you buy them to get like the good,
Oh,
nice.
man.
Oh, no.
How gross
Everything
would
has-
every apple be in this bin?
Oh
It'd
yeah.
be disgusting.
Well, that's right.
Because everybody, you have to use a scoop for everything.
People would just be jamming the scoop in.
Oh, like bananas too would get all mushed up.
Well,
At
I was
least they
con-
have a protective
Bananas.
layer.
They would fall out the top rankings for sure.
but I was really concerned about the egg bin.
The egg bin?
It just takes one
Rotten
broken
bin.
egg in there because you know it's going to happen, and then they're all just covered in eggs.
Oh,
So you're
man.
saying you have to have a scoop
You got to scoop it out of the bin.
every item.
So you do have to scoop.
You got to
the
scoop
steaks.
it out of the bin. Yeah.
Working at a grocery store in this situation would be horrendous.
Oh yeah, it would be. It would
So
go
much
the worst
work. You'd be constantly cleaning up awful messes.
It would be worse than like.
There'd be no food safety in any of this.
It's just the food. The food's magically safe in this
Magically
scenario,
safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
because you know.
That's how I live my life. I just assume food's magically safe.
Is there anything else that'd be terribly disgusting? I think we've.
Plenty.
Anything
I'm
that's
sure.
smelly.
Anything that smells bad. Anything that's obnoxiously slippery. Like if you're trying to make some
Oh, what about those
octopus. Calamari. That's what I'm trying to
soda
talk about.
crackers, right? Because they crumble really easily.
Oh yeah, you're
So
right.
every
It's
time
hard
I'm
to
trying to scoop them, they're just crumbs.
Just saltines. Just-
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad times. I feel like the world's kind of going in that direction, though.
Wow.
Maybe
To
we'll
have
have
no
to.
packaging and no plastic.
I'm just thinking of the future.
We're
you know?
going to kill all the polar bears way before we get rid of all of the plastic.
I gotta keep you away from the environment. You get way too depressing.
Yeah, it's because we're kind of
The
killing
polar
everything.
bears aren't going to die. They're just going to turn brown and reintegrate in with the other bears. That's my theory.
So that's everything I had for this week. So thank you for listening to the On Pointless podcast. If you have any questions on your mind or great answers to questions that we've asked, feel free to email us at onpointlesspodcast@gmail.com, and we'll take the good ones and ignore the bad ones. Thanks again for listening. Bye.
See ya!